back. So Python strings. Let's talk about some string functions that are built in. Let's talk about how to get input from the terminal and formatted strings. And formatted strings means putting a variable inside of a quoted string so that it gets evaluated and prints out the value inside the variable. But first, let's look at, we've got this name, Nikola Tesla. Somebody entered it all caps. Pretty annoying. So we can fix it a couple of ways. Name dot lower I guess I should run. So we got all lowercase. Notice that there's no imported libraries. String type is a built-in. All the string methods are built in. Likewise with lower we've got upper, which brings us right back to where we were. So I'll do another one. Name dot, there's capitalize. There's also a similar one, name dot title. Any guesses? Well, lowercase, obviously, uppercase, which it was originally. Capitalize just gets the first letter of the string, and title capitalizes every word in the string. So those are pretty convenient. Another string method, like name dot is alpha. This will tell us if the string is all alphanumeric characters. Guesses? Ooh, false. The space is not considered alphanumeric. Alphanumeric is letters and numbers only. I think it's a little misleading, but technically it's absolutely correct. What else? Print. Let's use our quote this time. Quote dot find, and let's look for kamikaze. I guess I'd better. You can't mix single and double quotes, but single quotes are pretty okay. Not like in C. So find finds the index of the value if it exists, and it returns that index. So kamikaze starts at the 41st position. So likewise, if I take this and misspell it, go again, we get a -1. There is another method that is similar to find, but instead of returning a -1, it throws an exception. So the function is based on how you want to handle the input or whatever you're processing. If you want an exception to be thrown so you can handle it and throw a function or run a function or whatever, it's all up to you. Let's get rid of that. Okay, input. How do we get input? So I could say new name is equal to input. Please enter a name. So the input function is like C, and it stops the processing, waits for standard in, and then returns the value of the function and places it in new name. So we'll say print new name. So we enter a name, buckyballs. Oh, error. So input is a Python 3 function. So I'm wondering if I got my dev environment a little mixed up. So Python -V. Another way to get the version is -- version, which is obviously longer but the same. So I've been running Python 2, which is kind of okay, depending on what you're doing. So dev environments, that's why I try to stay away from like helping you guys at your house or having like tutorials that are like line by line, because it's just so different for everybody. So let me fire up one. I could explicitly call Python 3 and run that and enter a name, Bucky balls, and it works just fine. But I want that to be my default, so I'm going to run with, I have a Conda, an Anaconda environment, so I'm going to say Conda activate my Pygame environment. And that puts me into a virtual environment, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but when I say Python-V, bam. All right, I'm back. So I'm not going to rerun it because it'll work, but that's how you get input from a screen. And we errored because input, it was a Python 2. It's not in Python 2, it's a Python 3 thing. So I had to make sure that we're running Python 3. Okay, formatted strings. Well, actually, let me show you one more. Length of quote. Length is a function that just, Python. Dang it. I don't want to enter names. So length is a function that gives you the length of a string. Notice it's just a function by itself. A little confusing sometimes, but length will also give you the length of a list. It'll give you the length of a dictionary, length of a tuple. So it's a little more, it's not only for strings, and that's interesting because it works on strings, lists, many different data types. So you should be asking yourself, how does it do that? Many versions? Is it overloaded? That's for a later time. So formatted strings. So we can say print. Actually, we will prompt us for a name. I'll use that one again. Keep that. Print. When you put an F in front of your double quoted string, you're telling Python 3 that you want to put some variables inside there that you want to format. So we're going to put new name into our formatted string, and we're going to say hello, new name, you owe me $1 million. Alright, run again. Joe, hello Joe, you owe me $1 million. Hello Joe. And there's a formatted string. Last thing, print quote.strip. Strip is a function that takes off white space. So let's print a formatted string with quote.strip. And why am I doing this? Because what does strip do? Well, let's see if you can see anything. Let's get rid of this input. In fact, let's comment all of that out. Can you tell anything? I can't. There's the quote. Notice how I have spaces here. Well, let's do this. Let's put single quotes like I said we could do. And the single quotes will be butted right up against the string. Now, if we didn't run strip, we would have the spaces still in there. So that's what strip does. It removes non-printables, new lines, tabs, and blanks from a string. It helps you clean it up. Another thing you can do though is .strip. You can specify a character you want stripped. Now in this context, it won't, well, we've got double quotes inside double quotes, so I'm going to get rid of all that. It's getting a little funky. In fact, I'm going to use single quotes so that Alright, and we would have to run it twice to do multiple characters, but you can specify a character and the question mark is gone. Alright, done for this one.